On that night, Katie Taylor edged out a close decision. And so then we thought, all right, it's going to be a rematch, right? It has to be a rematch. There's got to be one. 2022 rolls on, 2023, what is going on? It felt like they were worlds apart. But then a funny thing happened to the fight game. Netflix got involved. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson agreed to fight. And they didn't just want to make it about themselves. They could have just had a one-off fight on Netflix. First time ever, Netflix airs a fight. No, they said, let's shine a spotlight on Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. And what happened in November of 2024? We all know what happened. The world stopped. Everyone watched them, and they stole the show. In the end, 74 million views on their fight. The most ever in North American sports history. It has never been done before. They stole the show. The next day, everyone was talking about Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. Another close victory for Katie Taylor. That's what the world wanted to talk about. Jake and Mike, they did their thing, but the world was talking about Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, and so we all said, we gotta see it again. We have to see it again. But what makes this so special is this time around, they come back to the building where they made history in 2022, but they're bringing all their friends with them because for the first time ever in this building, Madison Square Garden, there will be an all-women's card. Never happened before. Yes, this is a big deal. And let's be honest, there have been all-women's cards before. I know this. They all pale in comparison. There has never been a card like this before. Anyone who tells you otherwise is a liar. This is the best all-women's card of all time, and it's not just about, all-women's card. It's a fantastic card. Every single fight on the main card, all four, is either for undisputed gold or unified gold. Incredible. Yesterday, pre-sale. 24 hours later, they have already surpassed the ticket revenue for the first fight in 24 hours. So if you are somewhere out there contemplating whether or not you should attend this fight on July 11th, at Madison Square Garden, presented by Most Valuable Promotions, on Netflix. If you are contemplating, stop contemplating, go to Ticketmaster.com right now, buy your tickets. I can assure you, I have been to that building many a times. I've never experienced anything like the first fight. The third fight is going to be incredible theater. There have been a litany of great trilogies in boxing. Gotti Ward, Wilder Fury, Frazier Ali. These two women are now putting themselves in that conversation. It's historic, it's a big deal, and like I said, they are bringing all their friends with them. Today, here at this kickoff press conference, we are going to meet all the particulars, some new faces to the MVP stable, and of course, the undisputed super lightweight champion and her challenger once again, the pride of New York, the pride of Puerto Rico, the one and only, the real deal, Amanda Serrano. All right, enough of me. We don't want to hear from me anymore. We want to see the fighters. Let's get into it. No one likes a guy standing up here in a suit talking all day long, but I do want to remind you, 300+ million subscribers on Netflix. This will be available to all of you. No pay-per-view. If you're a subscriber, just like the fight back in November, Friday night, July 11th, sit back, relax. If you can't make it to the Garden, just watch on Netflix. You know how it is. You know how easy it is. You know how big of a deal this is going to be. It's going to be great. All right, without further ado, let us say hello to the fighters because there are a ton of big names. We just got some news earlier today regarding some of the fighters who are joining the stable, and we want to introduce you to all of them. First up, let me say hello to a 25-year-old Puerto Rican-born fighter who hails from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Right now, she is fighting out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. She is 6-0. She is the WBA, WBC, WBO, and IBF #1 contender. She is Mary Casamassa. Say hello. Make some noise for Mary Casamassa. I am so excited to say hello to her opponent. She's a two-time Olympian representing the Great White North, Canada. She just competed in Paris. She made major headlines when she signed with MVP. She is 2-0, and she has said to the powers that be, I want to fight 3-minute rounds. Well, once again, for the third time as a pro, she's fighting 3-minute rounds. She's the undefeated 160-pound rising star, the pride of Shawinigan, Quebec, Canada. Say hello to Tam Tebow. super excited to say hello to our next fighter. She's a former standout basketball player who made a name for herself on the underground boxing scene, had over 100 fights on the underground boxing scene. You know she comes to fight, you know she produces, and in fact, in this building right here, with that famous roof, with those famous lights, she beat Mio Yoshida to pick up a massive victory, perhaps the biggest win of her career thus far. She is MVP's reigning IBF bantamweight world champion, fighting out of Dallas, Texas, USA. Please say hello to Sharetta Metcalf. Her opponent is royalty, hailing from the beautiful country known as Denmark. In fact, if you go to boxrec.com, this is not me just making things up. This is no cap right here. If you go to boxrec.com, she is the #1 pound-for-pound women's fighter on BoxRec right now. She is 23-0 with 9 KOs. She is MVP's unified bantamweight world champion and 2-division champion. She is the great Dina Thorsland. All right, so those fights are on the prelims. More fights are going to be announced in the coming weeks. We move now to the main card. And like I said moments ago, main card features only undisputed or unified title fights. That's what I said. This ain't no gimmick card. This is real deal stuff with massive stakes attached. We'll say hello now to the WBC Super Bantamweight World Champion, hailing from Mexico. She fought Amanda Serrano about 4 or so years ago on the first big MVP card, headlined by Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley in Cleveland, Ohio. All she has done since then is win. She is Yamileth Mercado. The pride of Mexico, Yamileth Mercado. What a great honor it is to say hello to our next competitor, the woman who will be facing Yamileth Mercado. She will be defending her unified super bantamweight crown, and just this morning, we got some big news. She is the newest member of the MVP stable. She has made a name for herself, in particular in the UK. She is #1 in the super bantamweight division by all the major outlets, holding the WBO, IBF, and IBO and Ring Magazine titles. She supports Crystal Palace. We won't hold that against her. She is the one and only Alycia Baumgardner. One of the most exciting all-action fighters, regardless of gender, on the planet, Alycia Baumgardner, hailing from London, England. Just this morning, news broke that she has signed with MVP. What a massive addition to this card. Welcome, Ellie. All right, we move along now to the co-main event. What a fight this is going to be. Can't wait to say hello to the interim WBA world champion. She is taking a massive step up in her career, but she is game. I had a chance to speak to her earlier, ready to go. In fact, if you are a subscriber to Netflix in Spain, you may recognize her from the hit series Money Heist. She is 12-0, 1 knockout. She hails from Madrid. Hala Madrid! Let's say hello to Jennifer Miranda. And what can we say about her opponent? Massive news just a couple of weeks ago when she announced that she too was joining the MVP stable. She's one of the absolute best fighters on the planet, top 10 pound for pound women's fighter. She's the undisputed super featherweight world champion, and for the longest time, she was looking for her opportunity. She was looking for her stage. She was looking for her platform. She has found it in the form of Most Valuable Promotions. She has found it in the form of Netflix. She has found it in the form of the world's most famous arena. 15-1, 7 knockouts from Detroit, Michigan, by way of Fremont, Ohio. Please say hello, give it up for Alycia "The Bomb" Baumgardner. Look at all that gold. Look at all this gold up here. It's unbelievable. And now let us turn our attention to the gold right over there. By now, she needs no introduction. She's one of the greatest fighters in the history of boxing, an Olympic gold medalist. She helped put Olympic boxing on the map for the women, helped break down those barriers. She's a trailblazer. She's a pioneer. There are very few athletes on the planet that will represent their home country and be beloved by their home country like her. She is the one and only undisputed super lightweight champion. She is the pride of Ireland. She is the one and only Katie Taylor. New York City, stand up, make some noise. This right here is one of the greatest fighters of all time, and she is the undisputed super lightweight champion of the world. She is the one and only, the brave bomber, Katie Taylor. All right, well, we are in New York City, and so I'm curious to hear what this reception sounds like. You know about Amanda Serrano, 7-division world champion, the greatest champion to hail from Puerto Rico, over 50 fights. She steps up from 126 to 140. She does her thing each and every time, anytime, any weight, anywhere. So close in 2022, so close in 2024, she tries to right those wrongs on July 11th. She is the pride of not only San Juan, Carolina, Puerto Rico, she is the pride of Brooklyn, New York. She is Amanda Serrano. Once again, 7-division world champion, over 50 fights, the current unified featherweight world champion, a trailblazer, a pioneer, a role model in her own right, representing and beloved by both Puerto Rico and New York City. Make some noise, show some love for the great Amanda, the real deal, Serrano! Incredible stuff. Just taking a look at all these incredible fighters, each and every one of them deserve to be here, have worked, have fought, have scratched, clawed their way to the biggest stage in all of sports. July 11th, Netflix, Madison Square Garden, you can't beat this. Now, 2 men are responsible for all of this. Nikisa Badarian, co-founder of Most Valuable Promotions, and his partner, you may be familiar with him, his name, Jake Paul. He's the man who is doing his own thing, the disruptor, the man who beat Mike Tyson back in November, and the man who said we need to start shining a bigger spotlight on the women, giving them a bigger platform. He's putting his money where his mouth is. Jake Paul, I'd like to welcome you to the stage for a few words.
Thank you. New York, what is up? What is up? What is up? Can you guys believe this? Let's go. The biggest, the best, the brightest night in the history of women's combat sports. We can't get a microphone that works, though. Thank you, Netflix, to MSG, to my team at MVP, to the fans, to all of the fighters, and above all, to Amanda and Katie for making this happen. Tickets are now on sale at Ticketmaster.com. Get them before they sell out. Nice try out there. I'm beyond grateful to be on this stage today as I look back to where I was to where we are. I moved to Los Angeles when I was 16. Made a bunch of money before I was 20. I thought I was the king of the world, but in many ways I was on a destructive downward spiral. Made many mistakes, which I still am judged for today, but those errors made me who I am today. Boxing found me 5 years ago where I made my professional debut. That night I fell in love with the sport. Amazingly, that event, unknowingly, was when I met Amanda Serrano, who I didn't know of, but who was already a decorated multi-division champion and was fighting on the same card as me except off of TV, which is insane. Who would have known that we would be here together today? Amanda, hello. When Nikisa and I started MVP 3.5 years ago, we had 3 priorities. 1, to be fighter first. 2, to give young boxers opportunity. And 3, to elevate women's boxing to the forefront of the sport. Every decision we have made since has been driven by those priorities. And well, here we are. The second ever boxing event on Netflix, headlined by 2 of the greatest athletes in boxing history, and stacked with the best fighters in the world. Every fight on this main card will either be an undisputed or unified championship. Insane. And to all of the amazing fighters on this stage, you have earned this spot. This is your moment. This is your time to show the world what we are all about. To shut up these ignorant incumbents who say women's boxing doesn't belong here, or for the new entrants who show no regard or respect for women. Bob Arum. It's them who don't belong. It's Amanda and Katie's show, but it's your job to steal the spotlight and seal your future. To Katie Taylor, we may be on opposite sides, opposite teams, but we are on the same team, the side of goodness, the side of giving back, the side of God. You are a great champion, and I appreciate having the opportunity to work with you again. To the GOAT, Amanda Serrano, you are the heart and soul of MVP. You are the warrior that the world watched last November fight through the cuts. You are the greatest Puerto Rican champion of all time and the leader of equality. And above all, you're an amazing human being who deserves every bit of success. When the bell rings on Friday, July 11th, from MSG live on Netflix, Amanda Serrano will become the highest paid female athlete in the history of all sports. Highest payday for an event, tournament match ever. Get that money. This event is the biggest one of my career, inside or outside the ring. To be able to promote this event, these athletes at MSG on Netflix at the age of 28 is an honor and privilege that I take extremely seriously. And I promise every one of you on this stage, and to all the women who have joined MVP, we will not let you down. You take care of business in the ring, and we will do everything we can for you outside of the ring. I will leave you with this. Taylor Serrano 1 and 2 were 2 of the best fights in sports history. And the trilogy will be even better. You do not want to miss this. The world will be watching.
Thank you, Jake. I like to hold the microphone. Sorry about that. I set you up for failure. All right. Enough of all of us. We want to talk to the fighters in a matter of moments. We will ask the media for some questions. So if you want to ask them, you can queue up. For now, though, I start with the undisputed champion, Katie Taylor. Katie, it was a very close fight. It was an incredible fight back in November. I'm wondering if you have watched the fight since then, and do you still believe that you did enough to win? Because I have to be honest, your fans were very upset when I asked you similar questions in the immediate aftermath. A lot of them thought that I was a little bit disrespectful with my questions. So tell them, did you win? Did you do enough?
Yes, of course I won. It was an amazing fight. We've had two of the best fights in the history of boxing. Two very, very close fights, but I think the margins at the top are always very tiny. But I did come out the deserved winner. I just thank God really that the judges saw in my favour as well. But I just think this is an amazing event regardless. This is insane. Looking back at my whole career, this is the proudest moment of my whole career right now. Headline the show, an all-female card. Just thanks so much to MVP for this amazing opportunity. Not just an all-female card, but a top-quality all-female card. This is one of the best women's sporting events in history, and what a privilege it is to be headlining with a great champion in Amanda Serrano. So, wow, this is incredible.
Amanda, I know you share those sentiments. It's a really big deal. I don't even want to ask you a pointed question. Just your thoughts to begin on what all this means and what this trilogy means.
Listen, this is truly a great opportunity, not just for Katie and I, but for all these incredible women up here right now. This is a great opportunity for all of them to shine, and they're going to do that come Friday night, July 11th. And I'm just honored to be part of MVP for how they're helping women in sports, how in boxing, how they giving us our biggest payday, how they giving us the biggest spotlight on the biggest platform, Netflix, in the biggest stage, MSG. I'm truly honored to be a part of this this night, and yeah, I'm going to win officially.
Cannot wait. Historically, Katie, when someone's up 2-0, a trilogy doesn't usually happen. Why does this make sense for you?
Well, this is still the biggest fight in boxing right now, I feel, and I think, as far as I know, this is the first trilogy in the female fight game, so we're creating history once more. The first two fights were absolutely epic. They're the most exciting fights of the year, and I'm pretty sure the number 3 is going to deliver again, but I just want to be involved in the biggest fights possible, and I just want to continue to create history in my sport, and this is another legacy building fight for myself and Amanda, and I am 2-0 up against Amanda, but I just wanted to prove myself once more, and what an amazing opportunity that I have on July 11th again.
I know these cards are big. I know this fight is big for you, Amanda, but you're not here to just be a participant. You want to win these fights, and I do believe that you think that you won the first two. What needs to happen differently this time around to get the W?
100%. To answer your question as well, this trilogy is granted because I feel like I won this fight. Clearly, I think the world, the millions of people who are watching on Netflix, the 70,000 plus in stadium, felt like I won this fight. Nevertheless, Katie Taylor is a great champion, and I can't wait to share the ring with her once again. The third time's the charm for us here in New York. It's a full circle coming back to New York, and I'm just excited. And I just have to, be smart. I'm bringing in. Adding new people to my team, and we have 3 months to go at it and train really hard and just tighten up those loose ends, and I guarantee come July 11th, I will be the new.
Can't wait. 20 of the greatest rounds in the history of boxing. I'll ask a couple more questions and then throw it over to the media. I want to ask a question to the other undisputed champion here, Alycia Baumgardner. You haven't talked much since the announcement, so I just want to ask, why MVP? Why did you make this move?
This was a very big move for me. As a fighter who loves to be consistent, a fighter who loves to show the world her skill and her experience, MVP has allowed me and given me the biggest platform to do so, and I'm excited July 11th to show that.
Now, I'm not trying to stir the pot with your new friends, but this is a dream match right here, you two. Is this a part of the plan as well, or now that you're stablemates, is Amanda no longer in your line of sight?
You never know in boxing. I think that's a biggest quote we can use.
Fair enough. I'll ask your opponent, Jennifer, a quick question, and I do believe she has a translator in attendance, or an interpreter to be exact. Jennifer, this is a massive opportunity for you. You're no stranger to Netflix, like I said, your appearance on Money Heist. She's one of the best fighters in the world. In your opinion, what's the key to defeating her?
Jennifer, para nadie es un secreto que eres una de las mejores boxeadoras de España. En tu opinión, ¿cuál es la clave para no ser derrotada?
Bueno, antes de nada agradecer a todos los que estáis aquí y a MVP y a Jake Paul por esta oportunidad tan grandísima. Y respecto a la pregunta, pues con todo mi respeto, porque es una gran campeona, porque lo ha conseguido, pues luchar con todo el corazón como lo he ido haciendo siempre. He derribado muchas murallas ya, muchos imposibles hasta venir aquí. Sé lo que hay que hacer, sé cuál es el camino y vamos a por ello. Entrenamiento duro y seguir paso a paso como hemos hecho siempre, con un objetivo claro que es ganarle, evidentemente, ganar todos esos cinturones como ella tuvo su oportunidad alguna vez. Ahora me toca a mí luchar por ella.
All right, first and foremost, thank you everyone for being here. With respect to the questions, she is a great champion because she's achieved a lot. And, well, fight with all your heart. I've broken down many walls and many impossible goals. Even coming here, I know what to do. I know what is the path, and I know we're going for it. Training hard and continuing step by step as we always done. And I also want a lot of those belts, just like she has win those belts too. Hi.
Gracias.
De
Gracias.
nada.
All right, let's get some media questions here. There's Michael, Liz on that side. If you want to just go up to the microphone, if you could say your name and who you work for, that would be greatly appreciated.
Sure. Hi, Brian Mahoney from the Associated Press. I'd like to actually ask Alycia a question because I got to talk to Katie and Amanda yesterday. You've been doing this a long time too, in between the two weight classes, fighting big fights. Have you seen the interest in women's boxing grow, the opportunities grow since they fought 3 years ago, and you know what this meant to your career?
For my career, this is just amazing to see. I'm happy to see women's sports grow. I'm happy to see the sport that I love, boxing, grow. And Amanda and Katie have proven more than once why women belong and why we will continue to break barriers and continue building the sport of boxing.
Thank you, Brian. Up next.
My name is Kevin Garcia. I'm with Fight Hype, and my question is for Amanda. I actually have two. The first one, Amanda, is, you know, you and Kaylee obviously have had historic fights at this point. I think everybody who's watched those fights feels at the end like, man, we would love to see more. It's also, you know, been something that you've cited as an impediment, you know, like, man, you know, we should be fighting 3-minute, 12 rounds. I asked recently Eddie Hearn why this fight wasn't going to be 12 3-minute rounds, and he said because Katie didn't want to give up Undisputed. The WBC will not recognize her in this fight if that were to be the case. Do you respect that decision, or do you feel like she owes you those 12 3-minute rounds?
Listen, well, we shook on it, if you can roll the tapes. We shook on it. She didn't agree when we went to sign the contract. Listen, I believe I was Undisputed champion, and I believe I wanted to fight 3 minutes, 12 rounds. I believe women can do it. We're capable of doing it, as you saw. And WBC said no, so I had to give up one of my babies. I worked hard for that belt. I worked hard for all my belts. They decided they weren't gonna go with it, so I had to give it up. I had to go with what I believed in, and I believed in the 12 threes. So if that's her choice, then that's her choice. But I believe hardly that women should get the recognition and the equality that the men get.
Thank you, Amanda. My second question for you, Amanda, is right along the lines of Ariel's. You know, obviously this is a big moment for you, but the fans are going to ask. So when you hear Alycia say, hey, you never know what could happen, does that rub you the wrong way in any way, or it's fair game? Hey, it's boxing.
Listen, this is boxing. Right now, I have Katie Taylor in front of me, one of the biggest fights in women's boxing. And, well, listen, I've been in this game for 16 long years. I'm enjoying it now, but I really like enjoying seeing the other women grow in the sport and make their money and make their path into greatness. So we'll see. Never know.
Thank you, Amanda.
do want to give Katie an opportunity to respond to that 3-minute question. She said that you guys shook on it. What's your response to that?
I think we shook on it depending on if you won the fight, but regardless, I think it was a matter of principle that the challenger shouldn't be dictating the terms of the fight. I am 2-0 here, and I'm in the driving seat here, and that's only right. At the end of the day, Amanda needs this fight a lot more than I do. I have a long history of big fights against big names, and a line of people queuing up to fight me for the payday. So
Listen,
in
you
that
can't
context,
say you're a real fighter and never want to do the 3. You shook on it, not knowing if I was going to win or lose, Katie. I respect you, and I will continue to respect you in and out the ring, Katie, but we did shake on it, not knowing. And if you say that it's you call the shots, you could have called the shots that day. You should have not shook my hand if you wasn't going to
you need this fight a lot more than I do, Amanda.
You know that if we have an extra minute, it won't go your way.
I think the point of a 3-minute round was to prove to people that you get more knockouts. How many knockouts did you get in your 12 3-minute rounds? 0. They ended up being boring fights, and it was a good advertisement for a 12 3-minute round fight in women. It was boring. So I don't think Netflix are too disappointed this fight is a 10 2-minute round fight.
One quick follow-up for Katie. When she
Next question, please.
When she says the world knows that she won the fight, does that bother you?
I'm uninterested in what Amanda says about the fight. I'm only interested in what the judges say about the fight. And I am 2-0 here.
Listen, that's understandable, but the world has eyes. The world has eyes. They saw what they saw. It sucks that it takes 3 judges, 3 people who see something completely different, but millions of people saw it another way.
Even with the ridiculous point deduction during that fight, the 3 judges still saw my way. I was a deserved winner, and here we are again, having a silly conversation because you're trying to create a narrative that you're robbing that fight. That's not okay, Amanda.
I never said I was robbed. I just said the judges didn't see it my way.
All right, this conversation will continue, but I do want to ask Ellie a question. Ellie, welcome to America. It's great to have you here as part of this massive card. We know that you were just recently with another promotion. Why did you choose to join MVP?
Why would you not choose MVP? I just feel like the movement they're going with women's boxing, you know, I'm sitting as a unified world champion, but I feel like the world's yet to see who I am, and I feel like these are the people, these are the platforms, and I'm so ready to announce myself.
Looking forward to it. Big fight for you, big stage as well. This is a massive step up. How do you feel about your opponent and the test that she brings?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a step up because, again, I've been campaigning at world level for a while now. I dive straight into the deep end, and I know the fighter I've got in front of me, but I know what I'm capable of, and July the 11th, I'll be showing why I believe I'm the #1 in the division.
And for the record, I didn't mean step up in competition. I meant step up in platform.
Hey,
this is New York City. This is Netflix, all right?
Crazy.
That's what I meant. Let's go back to the questions right over here.
Saquon Jones with the boxing voice. I was at the first fight at Madison Square Garden, so I'd like to say thank you both for creating such a great atmosphere at that first fight. As a long life fight fan, I've never seen an atmosphere like that, so I just want to applaud you 2 ladies. Now that there seems to be some bad blood that didn't exist in the first 2 conferences, as today I feel like my question should be a little different, but I'm gonna stick with it. Since we're fighting on Netflix twice, the next step would be a movie about this trilogy. So for Katie Taylor and Amanda, who would you like to play you in that trilogy once they do make it? We're gonna make sure, y'all, this trilogy lives forever in cinema. So who would you like to see you play each other if they?
Well, mine is J-Lo, so.
I guess Saoirse Ronan from Ireland.
Thank you for that. I do want to ask Yamileth Mercado a question because I just asked her opponent, Ellie, one as well. Last time we saw you on an MVP card, you fought Amanda Serrano. Since then, you have not lost. What's the difference between the version of you that we're going to see in July 11th and the one that we saw back in 2021?
Okay. Last time we saw you on MVP card, you fought Amanda Serrano.
You gotta translate.
I said that part.
Perdón. Te vino una la última vez que te vimos en una cartelera de MVP. Perdóneme, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. You're doing great. I just want to know how you're doing this. Are you recording it? What is going on?
Yes,
okay, because I don't see you
I'm not
typing.
a professional translator, but I'm here for
You're
my
doing
girls
great.
if they need
Give it up for our translator, everyone. She's doing great. She's doing great.
All right, my girl from Mexico. La última vez que te vimos en una cartelera de MVP, peleaste contra Amanda Serrano. Desde entonces no has perdido. ¿Cuál es la diferencia entre la versión que veremos este 11 de julio y la que vimos en el 2021?
Pues principalmente ahora sí estoy en mi categoría. En esa ocasión subí de división para pelear con Amanda y pues me he consolidado como campeona en los Super Gallos. Llevo 8 defensas de mi título CMB y pues por primera vez se me da la oportunidad de disputar los demás organismos.
Okay, now I am definitely ready in my category. In this occasion, I move up to the division to fight Amanda, and well, I have consolidated myself as a champion in the Super Champions. I have 8 defenses in my WBC title, and well, for the first time, I have the opportunity to enjoy the other organizations.
Gracias. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll ask this gentleman here a question rocking the Serrano shirt and the Puerto Rico hat. I'm sure very unbiased. Please go ahead.
Junior Reyes, the Sport Legend PR. Amanda and Katy Taylor, the same question for both of you ladies. Everything starts here in Madison Square Garden. You ladies planning to finish it here in the Madison Square Garden?
Para mí, claro que sí. I want to finish it here. You finally get the decision that I deserve and the new, yeah.
Yes, I do plan on finishing it here. I plan on going 3-0 on July 11th. And I hope there's no complaints out over the next decision after July 11th.
Thank you.
Gracias. By the way, want to know how much that first fight means to me and what I think it is and what it represents? In my bag, since that day, I carry the pen that they gave out. There it is, Taylor Serrano. I carry it. That's how much that fight means to me. That's how much I think it's one of the greatest fights of all time. So hopefully you guys will be giving out pens on that night so I can add to the collection. I want to ask Dina Thorsland a question, the pride of Denmark. You know, I mentioned that you're #1 as far as BoxRec is concerned, pound for pound, but perhaps people don't talk about you as much as some of the other fighters based here in America and in other parts of Europe. Do you feel like this is your opportunity to show the world that you are the best female fighter in the world?
Yeah, definitely, because I'm a small girl from a small country, from a small town, so I'm not a big talker and I'm not a big Instagrammer or YouTuber or something, so this stage is my time to show why I'm the #1, and I cannot wait.
Can't wait as well. For Sharetta, I talked about your days on the underground fight scene, long ways away from this scene right here, right? Yes. What a journey you have had. Just wondering if you could share some of your thoughts on how far you have come as a fighter.
I've come very far. I've literally started from the bottom, and where I'm from, I'm my city's hero. Like, I give people the inspiration just to keep going, because I started from the bottom and now I'm here. I'm a world champion. I'm Dallas's first female world champion.
Back at the scene where you had a massive victory just a few months ago. Thank you so much. All right, back to the questions we go. Let's go over here.
Oliver Salt for Daily Mail. Katie, we haven't really seen this side of you at a press conference before, getting involved in the back and forth. Have Amanda's protests got under your skin and given you a bit of extra motivation for this trilogy?
No, I wouldn't say anyone's getting under my skin, but I am entitled to speak as well. I have got a voice as well, and so I have no problem speaking my voice when I need to. But no, there's no animosity from my side. I'm just here to fight. I think all of this is all nonsense, to be quite honest. I just want to go in and show my best on fight night. I do think she's a small bit delusional, though, and thinking that she won those last 2 fights, but I can't do anything about that.
And also, you said you've had a long and successful career. Do you see this trilogy as perhaps the way to go out, like the last hurrah, or do you think you're going to keep going for even longer?
I guess you can ask me that question after July 11th, but I feel great right now. I feel fresh right now, and I just can't believe we're in this position where we're headlining an all-female fight card in MSG. This is the greatest moment of my career. It's amazing.
I don't know if you responded there, Amanda. Did you say something while she was saying that?
What?
I heard you say yes.
I said, yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Just checking. Want to tell you all a very quick story. This past summer, had the great privilege and pleasure of covering the Olympic Games for the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, and everyone was talking going into those games about Tam Tebow, that she was this incredible fighter with an incredible background, and she was going to make it happen. Things happened along the way. It didn't go her way, but she has turned that negative into a positive, signing with MVP, now going 2-0, and showed incredible killer instinct in her last fight just a few weeks back. Tam, congratulations on your move to the pro ranks, and I'm just wondering what you learned from that experience over the summer that has translated into the fighter and person you are today.
I've had a really long amateur career, and obviously we all know it's boxing, like things happen, but you know, it was for the better, because today and on July 11th, when I get in that ring, I'm there to fight. I'm there to be the best version of myself, and that's gonna be me throughout my entire career. It doesn't matter who's in front of me, they're gonna get the best version of me, and I'm gonna do everything that's possible in and out of the gym to do that.
Can't wait. Now, Mary, she has a long amateur career. You have a few more fights on your pro career than her. Do you think that experience will favor you on the 11th of July?
I don't put too much into it. I'm expecting the absolute best from Tam. Having gone 10 rounds, I think will certainly help me, but I'm not going to put everything on that. I'm still going to train like she's the absolute best in the world.
Looking forward to it. Back to the questions we go. Right over here, right over there. My guy.
Hey, what's going on? This is Barack from Ring Champs on All the Smoke Fight. I don't want to bend over like that. First of all, congratulations to all the ladies. This is an amazing event, well deserved. Come on, give them a round of applause. Unbelievable. But Katie and Amanda, the two nicest women in boxing. You guys just had your first argument, and we loved it. We loved it. Amanda, if you were to win on July 11th. When you win on July 11th, will that be enough because she has 2 wins, or it's going to be like Manny Pacquiao and Marquez?
No, this is cool. I'm finished business for a reason. Come July 11th, I will finish that business and become victorious. And then Katie can do what she wants to do.
Okay. Katie, I love you both, by the way. You both are amazing individuals. But Katie, 140, you're undisputed twice. It's ridiculous. I've never seen you upset before. What was it specific that got you this upset? Because you came here ready, it seems like.
I don't think I'm upset. I'm just speaking my mind. It's okay to do that. And like I said before, I have got a voice. I have got my own opinion.
What triggered that for you to speak your mind?
Well, Ariel just asked me to respond to what was being said, and so I just responded. So here I am responding, and I just feel like Amanda's not in a position to dictate, and she's not in a position to change the format of women's boxing. That's okay to say that. I have my own opinion here, and I'm just ready to fight. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Another question right here.
Jason Ma with Sportbox TV official. This question's for Amanda. Amanda, a lot of fight fans are wondering, without overlooking Katie Taylor, a lot of fight fans are wondering if you're going to move back down to 126 since you still do have 2 belts. There was WBC newly crowned champion, Tierra Brown. Just want to know, she did say that she would love to fight you. What are your plans after this? Are you going to go back down? Is this it for you? And how many more fights do we have out of you?
Yeah, no, we're super proud of Tierra Brown for winning her title. Listen, right now, like you said, I have Katie Taylor. My goal is to become undisputed champion at that weight. Then we'll see what the team wants. We'll just see what they want.
Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. I do want to remind everyone that the ticket revenue in 24 hours has already surpassed the revenue for the 2022 First Clash, which is incredible. Yes, that's unbelievable, right? Ticketmaster.com is where you could go to get your tickets. One more for Katie, if I may, because this is a somewhat different side of you, and I'd be remiss if I don't ask another question. You called her delusional about her take on the fight. Do you feel like she has been disrespectful as well?
I mean, she's got her own opinions about the fight as well, but she has to respect the decisions. And if you look at those fights, you can clearly see that I won those 2 fights. It's insane. It's ridiculous, really.
I understand if it was just me. If I just said it, but it's millions of people.
It's really, really insane that she thinks she won those fights, but delusional.
I want to put Alycia on the spot, if I may. Who do you think won those 2 fights?
That was a very close fight, and honestly,
Can't sit on the fence.
I'm ready to see round 3, so July 11th.
Who's your pick?
I got Amanda winning this fight.
Ellie, you've been in the game a long time. Who do you think won the first 2 fights?
I mean, don't put these girls on the spot.
I mean, I'm just wondering. They know better than
Put
anyone.
your spoon away. I said it, and I say it every time. When the bell rings, it's a flip of a coin, and the real winners are us fans. So I'm on the fence.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Who's going to win the 3rd fight?
Us fans, come on.
Oh, wow. A real fence sitter right here. How about you, Sharetta? Who's winning the 3rd fight? Amanda. Tam?
Huh?
Who's winning the 3rd fight?
What?
Who's winning the 3rd fight?
Amanda.
Come on, we already talked about this. I think Amanda deserves a win. I think if she's in the gym and she makes the adjustments she needs to make, then you know it's hers. But at the end of the day, it's boxing, and these 2 women are incredible. So it's about who shows up on that night.
Amen.
Listen, Ariel, I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not, listen, that's my, like she said, that's my opinion, but it's not only mine, it's other millions of people as well. But I'm just respectful to Katie, and I will continue to be respectful for her. And we're gonna go out there and we're gonna put it all on the line this fight. And so you're gonna see who's the true champion come July 11th. We both want it just as much as each other. I'm gonna work hard, she's gonna work hard. She has to prove to everybody and to herself that she beat me convincingly, both those fights. And I need to go out there and prove to those judges, like, come on. Give me, like, come on, what are you watching? So it's going to be a great fight between both of us. We're not going to disappoint the fans. And like she said, the fans are going to be the winners come July 11th. But not just from this fight, but this whole card up here. And I'm going to tell you right now, Ariel, the fight of the night is up for grabs. You don't know which one of these fights will be wearing that crown come July 11th.
Love it. Surely Katie's fellow European, Dina, is picking her to win, yes?
Who I'm picking to win?
Yeah, who do you think wins?
I actually agree with Tam, because I think Amanda really wants to have the 3rd fight and win that, and Katie Taylor has so much to prove because of the 2 ladies. So actually, it's gonna who's gonna step up that night and just do 1% more. So I cannot say one.
Hey, Ariel, who you picking?
Oh, I'm actually working the broadcast.
You stuck it on everyone. Who you picking?
And I have to remain impartial. I can't make picks.
But
That's
I can
actually
say,
the number 1
I
rule.
said Taylor the 1st fight, and I didn't know who to say the 2nd fight. So this fight, I really don't know. It's gonna be crazy.
This fight gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit.
It is, because I'm on fire.
Yeah. You said, what you said?
Please.
Hi, Rebecca Sabahi with Best Women's Boxing Show, period. So this question is for both you ladies, but first, I want to thank you guys both so much. It was watching you 2 guys that got me into boxing 9 years ago, so it's an honor to be able to ask you this question. So you both have been ranked pound for pound with Ring Magazine, but you guys haven't been invited to be on a Ring card. How does that make you feel?
On a Ring card?
On a Ring Magazine card.
Crickets.
I didn't even know they had that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got May 2nd coming up. Fight Fury.
But we were MVP.
Okay, yeah.
I'm MVP. I'm in the best team in the game, so I'm good.
Period.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Right here, my man.
Shane O'Brien, AM New York. Katie, you've had significant Irish backing in your previous fights here. How confident are you that you'll have the same kind of backing on July 11, considering how popular Amanda is in New York too?
I really hope the Irish do show out, that's for sure. But I'm so happy that this fight is in MSG again. This is where this trilogy journey started, and it's home to so many Irish people and home to so many Puerto Ricans, and that's what made the first fight an epic, and that's what made it is such a special and fantastic atmosphere. And I'm expecting the same again on July 11th, so I really hope the Irish do show out as well.
Ariel, I would like to point out, I heard you say it's all starting in the scene of the crime. I like that.
You like that? You can steal that. You're a great promoter in your own right. I mean, you're selling this whole thing. I feel bad that I didn't ask the other fighters for their prediction. Should I ask them, or is that rude? To be honest, they're asking me to ask. What about you, Yamileth? Who do you think wins, Amanda or Katie?
Que si quién va a ganar de Amanda, y que tengo un 50-50, la verdad no sabría decir quién de las dos sería mejor o quién sería en esta pelea. Para mí, de las dos peleas ha ganado una y una en lo personal a mi ver, entonces pues descubramos en la tercera qué tal.
Hope you guys are not tired of me yet.
No.
Come on, harder than it looks. And who's going to win? I'm 50-50, to be honest. I wouldn't know how to say who is going to be, or who is better, or who is going to be of the two fights, okay, sorry. For me personally, we'll find out in the third one who's going to win. I don't have a favorite. I'm 50-50.
Fair enough. Stay right there. Don't go anywhere. Jennifer, just a name. Katie, Amanda. Oh no, she shook her head.
Es que es difícil, porque son dos campeonas.
Okay. Because they're both champions. I'm just going to do it like this.
Ella fue mi referente en amateur, Katie es mi referente en amateur, y Amanda en el mundo profesional nos ha dejado cegados a todos, entonces solo les pedimos que hagan una pelea igual de buena y decirles gracias a las dos, no podemos decir otra cosa.
Okay, they both have been my amateur. I admire them both. We're asking to put an equally good fight and I just want to say thank you to both, and I can't say anything else. I admire them both.
74 million views for their second fight. Can't wait to see what that translates into come July 11th. Last but not least, Mary, I didn't forget about you. Your prediction, I think you were hoping that I forgot about you. No 50-50, please. Give us a pick.
I mean, my mom's Puerto Rican, so I got to pull for Amanda on that one.
Katie, I tried to get one. I tried. I just wanted a little bit. Last time with Mike and Jake, it was a little bit more balanced, but them's the breaks. This has been an unbelievable scene. Again, I want to remind all of you, Ticketmaster.com is where you can get your tickets right now. Friday, July 11th, only on one place. One platform, the biggest in the world, over 300 million subscribers worldwide. It doesn't matter if you're in Ireland, in Puerto Rico, in Denmark, in Canada, in Brazil, in Mexico, in Spain, or anywhere in between. There's one place to watch this fight, and that is Netflix. It's going to be an unbelievable event. If you saw number one, you know what I'm talking about. If you saw 1 and 2, how can they top it? I have no idea, but I can't wait to find out. What's that?
I said, we'll show you.
Oh, yes. I cannot wait to find out. And it's going to be great. It's going to be like 2 weeks after the Knicks have their parade, after winning the championship. What a time it's going to be in New York City, my friends. Now, in a matter of moments, I'm going to bring Jake Paul back on the stage, Nikisa Badarian as well. They'll face the fighters off, and we'll do this one more time as we begin the road to July 11th on Netflix. We'll say goodbye to some of the fighters as we reset everything. Thank you so much, Mary, Sharetta, Yamileth. You guys can go off to that side of the stage. Appreciate you guys very much, and good luck in your preparation. Ellie, Dina, Tam, if you guys could go to that side.
No.
That side and that side, yes? You know which side better than I do. Thank you, Amanda. You could do this. You don't need me up here. Jennifer, if you don't mind as well. Amanda, which side does Jennifer go?
She knows.
Okay, the other side. And Alycia, you go on that side. Thank you so much. Katie, Amanda, let's say hello to Nikisa Badarian, co-founder, the visionary for this incredible card, this incredible platform. Show him some love. The pride of Iran. And we say hello once again to the disruptor, to the newly engaged Jake Paul. Mazel tov, Jake. As they get set to face the fighters off. Last but not least, we do it again. Maybe for the final time, maybe not. There's unfinished business between these two. We'll say hello first to the one and only, the undisputed super lightweight champion, the pride of Ireland, Katie Taylor. And her opponent, the pride of Puerto Rico and New York City, the 7-division world champion, moving up once again, the one and only, the real deal, Amanda Serrano. Amanda with a nod to the second fight, rocking the headgear. Two of the greatest fighters in the history of the sweet science. Round 3. Round 21 goes down July 11th. Step aside, Ali Frazier, Holyfield Bowe, Gotti Ward. You have some company in the form of Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. One more time, everyone. These are the women, and there are more to come as well, that will be competing on a historic night. Now for the co-main event, another relatively new member to the MVP stable. She is one of the very best fighters pound for pound on the planet. It's the undisputed super featherweight world champion, the bomb, Alycia Baumgardner versus Spain's Jennifer Miranda. Alycia Baumgardner, 15-1, 7 knockouts, all action, always in the pocket, always throwing bombs, going up against the 12-0 Jennifer Miranda. 10-round, undisputed super featherweight championship fight contested at 130 pounds. With the aforementioned Mary Casamassa versus Tam Tebow. Mary Casamassa, 6-0, going up against the 2-0, two-time Olympian, Tam Tebow. Thank you very much, ladies. All right, next up. MVP's unified WBC and WBO bantamweight world champion Dina Thorslund versus Sharetta Metcalf. Dina Thorslund, 23-0, 9 knockouts against Sharetta Metcalf, 14-4-1, 2 knockouts in a 10-round world title unification bout contested at 118 pounds. All All right, next up, a 122-pound bout, a 10-round world title fight featuring the newest member of the MVP stable, the unified super bantamweight champion hailing from London, England, Alycia Baumgardner versus Alycia Mercado. Alycia Baumgardner 10-0 against Mexico's WBC Super Bantamweight World Champion, the 24-3 with 5 knockouts, Alycia Mercado.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Hub TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Hub TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.